Marital Hate, did you find him? You're the best husband ever.
7:59. Can you go get my glasses? I need to put them on my head to look pretty.
I don't know. It's the vibe. It's the I don't have any clothes on.
All right,
vibe.
hang on a sec.
Where are you going?
Two can play this game, Missy.
He's gonna go get his sunglasses and put them on his head. He's so funny. So funny.
There we go.
Those are your fancy ones.
They are fancy.
Where's the good ones?
I don't know, in there somewhere.
We'll get to that. I'm Stacy.
I'm Doug.
We
have sunglasses on our head.
Okay, let's try this again. I'm Stacy.
I'm Doug.
Welcome to Marital Hate.
And we have sunglasses on our head.
Yes, we do. We are married, but we do not hate each other.
It's just a name. It's just a name for the thing. Calm down, everybody. You don't need to go there.
By the way, this podcast is not suitable for anyone.
No.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing here. In any case, we are going. I've been saying in any case. Remember how I used to say, what was the one I said before?
That's not my point.
That's not my point. I go through these phases where I have a phrase that I say over and over and over again until somebody points out to me that I shouldn't say that word so much. And then after like a week,
there's several words you should.
It's like a compulsion.
There's several words you use that you probably shouldn't, but that's neither here nor there.
Like motherfucker.
Well, that
cunt.
That
puss. Butthole.
Puss is another one.
We went through like a whole montage of butthole names the other day.
This is things you probably maybe shouldn't be talking about all the time.
I don't know what to say, Doug. That's not.
Are you fascinated with buttholes and
yes,
in all those other
yes.
things? Apparently,
yes. Do you know what I read something on the internet today?
The internet. What could it be?
I don't know if you're aware of this, but not everybody is walking around with tablets that they've carved words into. We're no longer communicating.
Are you saying I'm old?
By facsimile, old man.
He's
gonna send me a fax message. That's what he's gonna do.
I'm gonna send you a fax message saying cease and desist and get out my face.
I can do that. I have 7 backup husbands. You could be my next. I see that we have at least a comment. Tracy is here. Tracy, we're so glad you're here.
We are glad you're here.
She says happy hump day, peeps. We're actually super glad everybody's here.
In a non-creepy way.
Like, we got a bunch of people watching. Here's the thing. We're on multiple platforms.
We're on all kinds of platforms.
We are on 3
You can see us from the moon.
We are on our personal TikTok accounts each. And then, of course, the Marital Hate TikTok account, the Marital Hate Insta, our personal Facebook, Doug's, our Marital Hate Facebook, and our YouTube channel. So
we're here.
If there's not somebody like watching with you, then you're just like, you don't see them because it doesn't always show you who's there.
We're even on, like, there's a kid over there with a string and a can, and he listens to us.
It's actually really a funny thing because we feed the neighborhood children. And hey, Lila, I'm so glad
Lila's here. Old friend Lila.
That we feed all of these neighborhood children, and so, but they know we have a podcast and it's inappropriate. We told them it's inappropriate, which means like,
right? They
at some point they're gonna just hide in the bushes and listen. But I think that the parents behind us, like, they keep an eye on the kids, so that's good. In any case, we just give them snacks. What were you talking about? So Lila, Tracy and Lila are, oh my gosh, 2 absolutely amazing women, a little different. Trace is a brand new Georgia peach, and she's an OG lesbian and a master hater. I don't know. I think she's only missed like 2 podcasts ever.
Yeah, like never.
Like she got, I doubt dare she go camping, but she did. And then
judging.
And then I think she had COVID once and missed it.
Oh, well.
And she's just absolutely amazing, and we love her.
Yeah.
And then Lila doesn't make it all the time. She does have a young grandson.
She's got a lot going on. She's cutting her hand. She cut her hand the other day. It was craziness.
Herschelum. I know you have some. Put some Herschelum on it.
Herschelum.
Yeah.
Is that what the lady said?
The lady was talking about?
Herschelum. Yeah.
Doterra, Herschelum. I wish you were closer. I would give you some. I keep meaning to go out there. Let's try to figure that out.
And guess what?
What?
Lila loves the album. Thank you. I needed to hear that today.
Actually, Jen just down the street just downloaded it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Lila says she loves the album. So
money.
it's awesome.
I get 3 cents.
Just play it on a loop. Get the kid to go to school and tell his little friends about it. And then they can tell their friends. And then the parents will have to buy the album because the kids are all spoiled.
Now I have a hand, foot, and mouth.
Get it, girl.
Jeez.
I got to tell you. So let's do.
Okay, what are we doing?
I want to just talk about how fucking awesome Lila is.
Lila's great.
So Lila is a mom. She's an entrepreneur. She's a Jeep owner. She's from Kentucky. She moved her family across the country. She helps raise her grandson.
But now she lives in
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida.
Mm.
And when we moved to Florida, before we moved to Florida, the place, so we have a lease, and we lease from Sunshine Properties. So you can contact them and if you're looking for a rental down here. In any case, they have a policy that somebody has to come physically see the property. I would say I can't, especially because they need me to like sign that day. And they're like, you can send somebody by. I'm like, you want me to hire a crackhead? And so I couldn't. I
Are you calling Lila a crackhead?
No, nothing.
Oh my
further
goodness,
from
that's
it.
terrible.
Lila lives so far away. I didn't want to ask, but I was willing to pay her, and she's like, no. And so,
and out of the goodness of our heart.
So she came with a neighbor because her car was in the shop. They all came over here and looked at the house for us. They made us a punch. Her husband Chris made us a punch list.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
They saved our fucking lives, and we tried to help them out. Subsequent to that, they had some stuff go on in their family, and we supported some of their friends and their different.
That's what friends are for.
Their nonprofits as much as we were able to, but they're just the most generous people, and she just has a wonderful spirit, and if it's any consolation, I never see anyone that I'm supposed to see. If you
you have to come here.
You have to show up at my house, and good luck getting me to commit to when you can come.
And good luck making sure she has clothes on. Good luck with that.
I'm never going to have clothes on. This is a skirt that I just pulled out of the laundry today and made into a dress. Yeah, you can do that too. And my titties are hanging down. Like it's like a smiley face, but it's like the eyes are like
they make a noise. Oh.
Between my C-section saw and my fucking flap and my saggy titties, why do you want to fuck me ever? Who do you think about while you do it?
Robert Goulet.
Oh.
I
shot the TV because Robert Goulet was on, which is a line of one of my new favorite songs, Redneck Graceland, Doug Gear, songs 1 through 10.
True story. Elvis actually shot the TV because Robert Goulet was on. Actually,
so Lila says
Lila also took in a homeless mom and son. I'm on it lately. She's just giving and giving. She's giving till it hurts, is what it is. Wow. She is on fire. And Billy from Peru.
Show us your boobs. Well, let me tell you, you can see plenty through this shirt because they're just.
Oh. And Todd Alvey says,
I'm shaking my ass, but not my tits.
All right, hang on. Todd Alvey's here. He says hi, but now I think he's regretting coming at that moment. Coming in.
Backup husband number 1. Yay. I love you.
And Lila says, Stacy knows I give myself out too much. Yeah,
yes, you do, girl.
She's the poster child for that.
Did you read the Boundaries book? Did you read the Boundaries book? Go back. Those old episodes, I talked about it. Like around episode 60, something like that. So...
And Tracy says, Lila, you sound like an amazing soul.
She is an amazing soul, and she's adorable too. Super sweet, and her kids so beautiful, so beautiful. She got herself a younger man.
Oh,
and he's a chocolate bar. He's quite sexy.
Chocolate bar.
I hope that's not offensive. I'm so sorry if it is. I was just.
It doesn't matter if it is. It's out there.
Attractive African American man.
You're making it worse.
The most.
You're making it worse.
Beautiful children and. I'm gonna say the thing.
We can't say.
I think mixed race kids are the most beautiful people on the planet. I do. Is that offensive? I'm sorry, but I think that people have and I'm not mixed race, but my mom's family is Irish and Scottish and English and German. My dad's family is Portuguese. That, and I think that if you're talking about different races, it adds another dimension.
Well, the thing is that if you can accept all the races, then
that's the thing. I like everybody.
Yeah, she says it's not offensive,
but I'm afraid of monster dongs. So,
but from now on, everybody that's watching this podcast is going to call your husband. What was he? A handsome little chocolate bar or something? What was that?
Quite the chocolate bar in her hands. All right, so let me
chocolate bar.
Would Chris come on the podcast? Because I have a lot of Black America questions. And see, here's the thing. I want to ask Ken, and I've got to go in and deposit the check. So when we go to the bank, we'll talk to our banker. But I don't think my guy from Wells Fargo is going to come on the podcast and talk about having a black dick. But if Chris is willing to, I would really appreciate talking to me about the Black experience. Oh, Larry the Pool Guy would probably do it. We were supposed to go that Saturday night.
Yeah,
Larry,
we
if
still
you're
need to
watching,
go.
I hope you
Yeah,
are.
we still need to go.
Can you give us your number, maritalhate@gmail.com?
You know what we also need to do? We have to go to brunch at that place he works because it looks fantastic.
I know, but I want to go when Larry's there.
Well,
I
we'll
love
go
him.
twice.
Larry
in
the
one
Pool
day.
Guy is the coolest. I'd love to have him on the podcast. I told him before, come on the podcast.
He is also a chocolate bar.
Black Larry.
I don't know why we're using this vernacular now. It's terrible.
He's more like a Twix. He's very tall.
Yeah, he is.
Skinny.
He's tall and skinny. Yeah.
Guy. And then Billy says, I am black by injection. Billy, for those of you who have
Also
not figured this
infection.
out yet, is a proud gay man, and he has been with his partner for 18 years, and he is black by injection. But I cannot remember off the top of my head if Billy's partner is black or white or pink or whatever color you want
It's
to be.
Peru.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He could be Peruvian.
Although
for all we know.
I used to apologize because my kids are pale as fuck.
Mm.
Noelle and Anna will tan up okay, but the twins are redheads.
Twins are redheads. Yeah.
And
They burn.
they are and I gotta tell you, I used to tell them I'm so sorry. I did, like, we would see like beautiful dark-skinned people in public,
Yeah.
and I would look at my kids and I would go, I'm so sorry I didn't reproduce with someone who was darker. Like, I apologize for it. But also, you know.
Well, now Billy is not telling us what color he is, but he is got a feature that is
Baby Jesus.
is known to be.
I'm sorry, I didn't even get to look up Billy yet. I got a fucking slap on the wrist from Facebook because I said that something about wanting to kill each other. But like, I didn't really want to kill someone.
No, that's right.
Look at how cute
So
Billy is.
apparently,
He's a little dog.
Billy's partner is big dicked.
Billy would not have it any other way. The difference
Wait.
between Billy and I is he loves monster dogs,
But
and
wait,
I am terrified
Does
of them.
Billy have a big dick? Because then
don't
he
know.
could big dick the big dick.
I don't know.
I don't know why we're talking about this
I don't
stuff.
want to dox you on the internet, but I would like to promote your business. And oh my God, who is this
He's like a
dog?
dog.
Oh my God, I want this. Oh my God. Oh, there's a beautiful dog. Then there's a beautiful Billy. Billy, do you mind if I pull you up on screen for a second?
BFP.
And he
Billy
says he's big dick.
from
I was thinking I
Peru.
would show. It looks like he's doing a little clip here where he's talking about.
But it's all Spanish, so we have no idea what the hell you're talking about, Billy.
I can.
Oh,
speak.
what?
Okay,
Something about Peru.
Consider the visa for an obstacle course.
Lila's gonna go.
there's
Love
an
you guys. Hot tub in the
embargo.
shower.
Good night.
She gotta go.
I'm
Thanks
so
for
glad
stopping
you're
by.
here, Billy. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you're here, Todd. I'm so glad you're here, Lilas. I'm glad you're gonna
We-
have a wonderful night. So you can go to Asia and Europe, and you can have some hay and infinite satisfaction, and it'll be an adventure with
Something
Billy.
about 9.
It's $9.
9.
It's so cheap.
9 horizontes. Sin
9
la
nights.
complicaciones de la visa. So that means you will get 9
Mhm.
stamps on your passport in a horizontal fashion.
Probably. And let me just tell you something.
I have
Billy,
no idea.
cute, charming. He does tourism, and he also specializes in ayahuasca tourism. So for
Oh,
people that go to
That's
Peru
what
that
everybody
want to
needs
go
right there.
to the jungle to have an authentic
I have
ayahuasca
to open the drink
experience,
before I drink it.
amazing. I had an ayahuasca experience. It was a Peruvian shaman, but it was in New Hampshire.
It's the best kind of shaman.
It
right there.
was awesome. I might agree with you on that. I don't know that it's a shaman contest though. Like, I feel like if you're a shaman contest, you're kind of missing the point of being a shaman.
Mhm. Can I just say, announce amazement at the fact that like Billy is now like inner circle.
It's really fucking weird.
It's crazy.
As a matter of fact,
It's just people that like
you're-
work in the inner circle.
So here's what's been going on as of recent. So we have this like little inner circle, right? And so we started out, we thought we had this big inner circle, and as the last year or two, we started to set boundaries or
We're voting
have
people off the
distance from
island.
things. Our circles got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And as we set boundaries with people, our circle got a little smaller. And then we started the podcast, and Doug released his album. And there were certain people that couldn't take 2 minutes out of their schedule that we've done a tremendous amount for. So we're like getting really bitter. And we only like 5 people.
Mm.
But there's 34 people here tonight, and we like all of you.
So basically, prove your
Okay.
worth. You can get back in.
You don't have to
You can
just
get back in.
listen. We don't expect anyone to watch the podcast every night. Although Tracy, we wouldn't know what to do with
Yeah,
it.
we don't know what.
And Anne actually is here most nights. I'd say
Todd
Anne's here 90% of the
the other
time. Even if she does fall
Todd and
asleep. The Todd, yeah,
Daniel.
everybody. It just
Just everybody.
thank you. So we're so grateful for you. Um,
Billy wants to see my inner circle.
You can see his inner circle if
Yeah,
he bends
my inner
over.
cir-
He
yeah.
has no ass at all. Can you show Billy your ass, please?
I'll send you.
No, just
I'll
stand
slide it into your DMs.
I don't mean pull your pants
No,
down.
I have baggy pants
Yeah,
on.
it doesn't matter.
No,
You
I'm
have
not going to
nothing.
do that. Oh, Anne's here now.
At the top.
It's
Here
all
now.
it's all over.
Here
And then
now. Yay, girl.
and then she's proven. And
Yeah.
then I missed one on Billy. Yeah, let's get a group down to Peru. How was my shaman Cynthia though?
She was amazing, super sweet. But I was on a wheelie chair and she's like, "Can you stand still?" It was so funny. She was amazing. So yeah, I would absolutely love to go to Peru. I think right now it would be too much for me physically, but if enough of us could get together and decide to do it, that would be fun. Billy, if you wanted to throw together like a proposal, I would be happy to pimp your wares. So like say like show what a flight so the total cost of the trip less airline, and then just throw the airline up from like I don't know, from Miami, Orlando, Boston, Atlanta, and California.
Speaking of the greater Atlanta area, Kristen Nations is here. Slate went for 6 weeks
to Peru. Yeah, he went on a service mission.
He was on the Peruvian diet. He didn't go for fun and ayahuasca and frog poison.
Did he go for ayahuasca and frog poison? I don't get the impression of her children.
Yeah,
he's the one I would least expect to do that, despite the fact that he has long hair.
Oh,
he's long flowing locks.
Interesting. Much like Kristen.
Yeah, although his hair is dark brown and hers is beautiful blonde.
She got some explaining to do, Lucy.
Well, her husband has dark hair.
Oh, okay. All right. No, not a mission. To study abroad.
Oh,
he studied some abroad.
Did he meet with Billy?
Okay,
so
Billy.
in any case, Billy. So
what if Billy typed in? I know
Todd. Todd, I just want you to know I have replaced Doug's biological brothers with his best friend George Baznakis and you. And shortly after that, well, our friend got him. And then
he's my brown brother.
And then
he's Indian.
Well, he's more brown than Billy. And then Billy.
Yeah, right.
Because Billy's only like beige.
Yeah.
He's like
Billy. Yeah, well, yeah. No,
he's barely got a tan.
Yeah. And he's bilingual. I think he
might be trilingual. I think he might speak Portuguese. He may speak French. He's a brilliant man.
Well, Billy, I'm having a quinceañera for my car.
Yes.
Because it's 15 years old. If I know it loosely translated, quinceañera is your 15th birthday, and I need some Hispanic street cred, basically, because I'm not Hispanic at all. So in order to have a quinceañera, I think I need a sponsor.
Well, you already tried to get Tony to do it, and it's for your car, so
yeah,
your mechanic sponsoring is probably
Tony's going to do it, but I didn't get a firm yes.
Well, Tony's very busy. As a matter of fact, we can't seem to get him back to replace that fucking
throw out Baron. You can never remember it
again.
Anyway,
and
so
I don't have a few.
You're on warm standby for the quinceañera.
In my thing. Well, we could have your quinceañera in Peru. We just have to bring the Volvo there.
I have to ship it. How do you ship a car to Peru?
Leave it in a shipping container. It'll cost you $5,000.
As long as it doesn't run into a bridge.
Okay.
I'm bilingual, bitch. Multilingual, bitch. I'm learning Greek and Arab. How the hell do you do? He goes, I'm a super smart slut.
Yes. I'm not going to say how slutty Billy is or was, but boy's got some stories. Actually, he tells them all over the internet. Just follow Billy.
Speaking of slut, guests, A, Gorgeous, and Doug.
Hey,
it's like the emu
so glad you're
and
here.
Doug. Thank you. So you're saying you want Billy inside of you just to get some spin? No, he's coming to my quinceañera. He's not going in my area.
Quinceañera area. That's what quinceañera means. So it's like you're finally old enough to get someone in your area.
You quince your area.
Oh my God, we're going.
You just said that a 15-year-old girl is never. Oh
Dude, kids today. I want to know what the average age. Well, I think that it's been a curve. I think that it was like it got younger and younger and younger. Now it's getting older and older and older.
Yeah, because of the poophole loophole.
I don't think they're all doing the poophole loop. I think my kids. Listen, I don't know. They didn't tell me, but I think that they went from 0 to 100.
Yeah,
because they didn't have any it wasn't like they had a bunch of boyfriends. They had one serious boyfriend.
Doug, if I were bi, we'd make a great throuple. Well,
oh my God, that would be so much fun.
We've got Hispanic looking toast skin over here with the Portuguese.
Doug would literally drug us every day just to
shut you guys up. Shut about the ayahuasca. And Courtney says it takes a slut to know a slut. Like I didn't actually say. I said guess, didn't I? I didn't.
No, you alluded.
I did. I alluded to.
not,
Okay, all
she's
right,
not a
all
slut.
right.
She's married to the same man. She has 6 fucking children. She's
but she's a wedlock
She's
slut.
just a horny little tiny. She's like a little miniature minx,
A little,
like a cat, like one of those half-breed cats.
All right, we can settle on that.
I'm not calling you a half-breed
Is minx
cat.
okay?
I'm not
Half-breed.
calling you a half-breed cat, but if you were a half-breed cat,
she's just
you'd be
offending
the
all the
beautiful
races
cat of
tonight.
all.
She's a yeah.
You know who I really don't like? Whitey. Mostly. No, who I really don't
Whitey
like
on the moon
is like it's anyone who thinks they're better than anyone else.
Wait a
Like
second.
that. And I don't like fake people.
I have to revisit this. Okay. Doug, if I were bi, we'd make a great throuple.
Mm-hmm.
What's the missing element in that sentence?
What's that?
I would also have to be bi. There's 2 things we have to overcome, Billy.
You could just be a willing participant.
Wait, but if you're in a throuple, don't you have to
hear me out? Hear me out.
Oh, geez, here it comes.
I'm gonna make an assumption about my friend Billy.
That I'm not.
Please correct me if I'm wrong. God help me. Please don't sue me. I don't have anything to sue me for. I have a Jeep with 213,000 miles on it.
Corners of bumpers are dented.
And
only one of them were her.
It doesn't have a horn or an emergency brake or a car adapter.
It really shouldn't even be on the road.
It has 5 dashboard lights on.
Really shouldn't even. Doesn't really even qualify as an automobile anymore.
The throwout bearing has to be repaired, and I think I have a leaky tire. So just know, if you sue me, that's what you could potentially get, and I would kill myself because I wouldn't have my Jeep anymore. That's not the point. Don't. I'm not. You do what you have to do for you. In any case, I think Billy's a bottom, and I think that he would be willing to dress in a way that would be pleasing to you. So he could look just like a pretty girl.
Okay. I'm listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but he's got a beard and a mustache. I don't know how.
Yeah, but we always do it from behind. What's the difference? We don't always do it from behind, just like 99.9% of the time.
All right,
it always ends there. It always ends there. Does it not? When was the last time we had sex that didn't end with me on my knees?
Not too long ago. Yeah.
Was I very, very high?
You might not even have been awake at the time.
That explains it.
Wasn't sure you were even alive anymore. Courtney says, I'm a slutty gardening feral animal wife for the hubby.
Aw,
that's the
so
best
sweet.
kind. And yeah, that's the best kind of. And then so Ann thinks he means he wants a threesome with Stacy is how I took it. But
no, he said
third,
a throuple would be like a couple with 3 people is a throuple.
You can't just have a threesome.
A threesome is different than a throuple.
A throuple is like a relationship.
With 2 people. Yeah, a throuple is a relationship, whereas a threesome is just the sex thing. So what I do want to say is that Billy being willing to dress for you and a bottom, okay?
Yeah.
And
you hardly dress for me. Billy's sounding better by the moment.
On. He will entertain me. He'll take you on trips. He'll bring in a little extra moolah. He'll redecorate the house. He speaks multiple languages.
He's a smart slut.
Quite charming. He'll help you with your problems. Ayahuasca, a natural medicine. Here's the problem. Billy finds me to be revolting.
Oh, it only took us 24 minutes to get some spam crap from somebody that doesn't watch the show that wants to peddle some CBD gummies with the Dave Heels on Instagram. There's your ad. Now go away. Fuck around and find out.
Listen,
Dave Heels.
So it just goes to show that we will pull your comment up on screen, and we have accidentally pulled up something that was really bad once. As a matter of fact, we think she watched the podcast and commented last night. She was very upset about sodomy.
So, yeah.
So in her mind, racism good, sodomy bad. See, we think sodomy good, racism bad. You tell us.
So Billy says he can't get pregnant. Neither can she. So that bodes well. And then Courtney says, Billy sounds like a catch.
He's adorable. We love him. So anyway.
Except I think he'd be only joining our throuple to get a green card.
He might have a visa for the United States. He lived here for years and years and years.
God damn it, Billy. I can't get rid of you. I can't quit you.
He knows Miami quite well. And
he would be a good person to know.
He is a good person to know.
Yeah, like
I just like our
wait,
little jokes together.
Billy, can you get me a hyena?
Doug really wants a hyena.
No, I want
He
like
knew
some
a
messed
guy-
up. Yeah, I knew a guy that whatever.
That it had a hyena that he invented he had a hyena and he put the hyena in dog fights.
The hyena would just eat dogs.
This is what
like,
year?
for breakfast. Oh my god, I don't know what year that happened, but yeah. And I knew a guy who knew the guy, so I didn't know the guy that had a hyena.
So
But I
this
was
is
one
basically
person
what
away
somebody
from-
had a chihuahua on its period, and that's what happened. It's a hyena.
But apparently, a hyena is just so much stronger and so much crazier than any dog could ever be. And
They can
apparently,
impregnate
they
themselves.
just really.
Mhm.
But Billy can't. Billy, you got to step up your game. The hyena can impregnate himself,
Itself,
Or
herself. I don't know what her pronouns are.
They
If you
self.
see a hyena, could you ask them for me what their pronouns are? Because
I don't think they have
offend
hyenas in
anybody.
Peru, though.
I also think the whole pronoun thing is ridiculous. I'll call you the thing that I think you are. I'll try to call you your name. Let's not take ourselves too seriously.
So far tonight, we've called somebody a slut, a bottom, a chocolate candy bar.
He didn't deny it. There's nothing wrong with being a bottom. It gets you free stuff. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. So we're
Look
running.
at my fancy jewelry.
It is fancy.
It actually is really fancy. It's a Q-link, and it keeps your EMFs away.
It was an indoctrination into QAnon. So that
You're
it generates
QAnon.
it generates conspiracy theories as you walk through your
we got
day.
a couple today. Actually, we haven't even gotten into anything. I do want to talk about sunglasses real quick, though.
Well, let me just read Billy's thing. He says they don't have hyenas there, but you can get a horny llama and a couple of guinea pigs.
You know what I want? I know it's not Peru, but I really want one of those hippos from Castro.
Oh.
Not
No,
Castro.
no. Escobar.
Escobar.
I want an Escobar hippo.
Can you just like
Throw
take
'em
a
right in the
little
pool.
walk over there? Get
walk,
one.
Walk over
Bring
there.
a little hippo home.
Do you have any idea where Peru actually is?
No. But I almost
Walk
moved to Colorado and I
I'm
had
gonna-
no idea where it was. I thought it
No.
was near Oregon.
She was like packed and ready to go the
No,
next day.
seriously.
Had no idea
I
where it was.
under a tremendous amount of stress, and I had absolutely no support. And 4 children, and a dog, and a chronic illness that hadn't been diagnosed.
This was
yet.
prior to me and she was running from the cops.
I wasn't running from the cops, although it almost turned into that. Oh boy, that's a whole story. So sunglasses. I want you to know about the sunglasses. I buy these heart-shaped sunglasses in bulk, and I usually have extra ones. So whenever somebody tells me they like them, I just give them a pair. So I'm low on them right now, and I need to order more. That's not the point.
Mm.
The point is, Doug has fancy sunglasses. This is his second pair of the fancy sunglasses. They're called parasols.
Now Persols.
Whatever.
They're Italian. They're made in Italy. The glass is fantastic, but I don't think they look good on me. Hang on. I'm gonna go get the other ones. Keep talking.
The other ones are more Florida.
The other ones are better.
Especially since we wear so much black. Doug wears a lot of black clothing. I like to wear colors. So he has now stolen my idea of buying shitty sunglasses in bulk. I'm telling you, it's what you want to do. If you do research on the pineal gland and vitamin D absorption, you'll find that polarized glasses, no bueno. Because what happens is, and I'm not a doctor or psychologist or anything like that, so do your own research. But the what happens when you wear polarized sunglasses is your eyes don't adjust your body to the sun's rays. So you really actually need to have the sun exposure to your eyes so then your body can somehow whip up some chameleon shit and keep you from getting burnt.
Yeah,
And
so look
also
at
so
the
you
difference
absorb
right
your
here.
vitamin
Look,
D.
these are fantastic. Like they're stylish.
If you
They're
join
very
the Men
well
in Black,
made.
if you join the Men in
It
Black,
it's not working. I look
if
like
you join the Men in Black,
I look
you
like I'm
become
on JFK's
or a driver.
Secret Service detail.
No, they would have aviators on.
No, they didn't. They had glasses like that. And when the guy jumped on the back of the car and they took off to the hospital, his sunglasses left. So there you go. Goes better. There's your sunglass situation.
So we buy them in bulk.
These cost like
Remember?
$1.50. These cost like $150 or something like
The
that.
funny thing is, he had these all along. Well, he had one pair that he left in his car, and he claims got
I
stolen.
claim they
I
got
think he
stolen.
lost them. I don't know that they got stolen.
I actually do want these with the clear frames, but they're buku.
So he's got these, right? He had a pair of these that he got at the dentist,
Yes,
and he wore them for like a year before he bought himself some.
I just bought like 12 pair. And I do not like. All right, so here's the
Do those
thing
feel
about.
cheaper than these? Because those feel cheap to me. I mean, they're both shitty.
They're about the same. So
They're
here's
equally
my thing
shitty.
about men and fashion, right? You have to have great shoes. You have to, well, back in the day, you'd have a really nice watch. You have great shoes, and you'd have a great pair of sunglasses, like a nice, not like these Ray-Ban pieces of crap. They're just like, those are a dime a dozen. You got to get like something good. And those are like the pillar, and you got to have like a cool car or some sort of car that is like not just your average car. So those are my guide to being like a stylish man. That's as far as I go. But now I'm in Florida, and look at me.
Windows.
I'm just, next thing you'll know, I'll be concealed carry, driving around in a
When it
Miata
And a Miata.
or a Corvette. A lot of Corvettes down here.
So many
A
Corvettes.
lot of old guys in Corvettes because they can afford them now.
Billy says Americans are famous for their geography prowess. Well, what you should know about
I will
me-
challenge you to a geography. Well, actually, you might beat me on South America. I'll beat you on the United States. I'll beat you on Europe. Let's do it, Billy. Let's go. We'll have a live.
Ooh, Billy, your dream words have come true. Let's do it, Billy.
Let's do it.
Straight out of Doug's mouth. I'm gonna write that down.
And he also thinks I look like a white Stevie Wonder.
Can you sing?
My Sherry. Oh, like Stevie Wonder?
No, just sing, like belt something out.
I can't. You put me on the
How
spot.
about I've had the time of my life?
No. Hey, are you gonna join me?
Um,
Time of my life.
and I've never felt this way
before. Nice, Augusta, Maine. Let's see. I don't know why I'm being all competitive with Billy. Maybe because it's this whole throuple thing. I'm trying to exert my dominance.
He's gonna have no interest in my vagina at all.
So
He'll want to feel my tits, though. All the gays like to feel my tits. I've
well,
had just as many lesbians. No, more men have felt my tits than lesbians.
but what about
Amen.
what about your other hole? That
What
it would
about
be
it?
familiar to him.
Oh, my butthole.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a bun cake. We've talked about it on
Um,
the podcast.
I like my men dirty with work boots and sweaty balls. That's some sharing. I like that.
That's interesting that you should say that.
Billy, what's the capital of Bolivia?
So all her husband has to do is come home and not shower.
And keep his boots on.
Whose bed have your boots been under?
What is that?
It's a Shania Twain song. It's called
Feel
Whose
one-
Bed Have Your Boots Been Under?
Well, she would know.
As long as she doesn't make me use a square of toilet paper. Why do I always confuse her with Sheryl Crow?
Because their names start with S. La Paz, bitch. That's right. You know why I know that episode of show in the 1970s called The Odd Couple? They're like, everybody knows the capital of Bolivia is La Paz, and it was crazy
He's probably
funny.
been to La Paz.
Yeah, he probably
Billy
has
has-
been.
How many stamps do you have in your passport?
I have an expired passport with 0 stamps on it.
And Billy, well,
Where is
Lithu-
Lithuania?
Oh, it's near
It's near spell check. Dick. No, I'm kidding. I don't know why I'm giving him a hard time. I like Billy.
Yeah, but do you know where Lithuania is?
Lithuania is probably over Eastern Europe, probably kind of Ukraine-ish, Estonia, that area of the map over there. It's where Lithuanians live.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. I do
I-
have two stamps in my passport,
I just what I realized.
even though I've been to Canada.
we live in
It's extra.
we live in Lee County, and here in Florida,
Ooh.
named after Confederate General Robert E. Lee.
Is it really?
Yes. It's not. Not long for this world. It's gonna be.
Oh, change it to something else.
It's gonna be Woke County,
That
Florida.
will not happen in this state. Okay, so we've talked about sunglasses. We had a bunch of stuff from last night that we never got to.
Well, that's
and we have all
I
of our,
blame you.
our hashtaggery, if you will.
Hashtaggery.
So let me pull up our hashtaggeries so we can get to that, and then we can cover some of those stories from last night if we want. Okay, so apparently Al Pacino's trending
It's trending
Because-
he bought green bananas.
because Trump made a tweet basically dissing Jimmy Kimmel, but he confused Jimmy Kimmel with Al Pacino. And the internet's
Oh my God.
gone crazy.
He
But
also
I did
keeps
wanna-
falling asleep in court. Apparently, his
Yeah,
mouth
well.
drops open.
They probably have him sedated so he doesn't say something fucking stupid. And I say this
I-
as
I'm
someone who
telling-
voted for him
that's-
twice.
Probably a good idea.
What's that?
to keep him sedated. Apparently it was like grunting at jurors. So I don't know. You can't make this stuff up, folks. You got to find some humor in it somewhere. But he confused Al Pacino with Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm wondering if Jimmy Kimmel was the host that night. But
or something, yeah.
And like, because listen, I didn't do any research into this because it wasn't worth my time. And I don't think it's worth your time. But if you want to look it up, look it up. By the way, if you're watching from Twitter, come over to YouTube, YouTube/marital hate, because you can join the conversation. So if you could type that in there, it's youtube.com/marital hate @marital hate. So anyway, I wanted to just, while we're on the topic, talk about some of the movies that he's done. We're talking about.
Is there a slash? Did you say?
Nope, just like that, marital hate. He did Serpico, never seen it. Dog Day Afternoon, never seen it. Godfather, I've seen it, but I don't remember it very well. Dick Tracy, I loved him in that. I loved that movie. I thought that movie was amazing.
I would like to rewatch that movie because it left me a little like flat, but visually it was kind of cool.
Well, what I liked about it is that it was visually cool. I thought the music was cool. I thought the costumes were cool, but it was just not well done. Like that. Yeah, it really could have been a lot better.
Well, the weird thing is it felt, like those Disney rides that just like have like the wall panel that's painted and then you go and you see another wall panel that's painted. That's what that movie reminded me of. It didn't feel like you were in an environment.
I'm fine with all of that. I loved that. What I didn't love was the script. The script was terrible. The storyline was terrible.
Yeah.
It was like they had all these great characters, but the storyline was just.
I don't remember what the story was.
It's like they were. I feel like I never read the Dick Tracy comics, so I think what they did was try to condense much of the Dick Tracy story, elements of the original story, into a very small space. With all the villains, and unless you were very familiar with it, probably wouldn't have made sense. That's what I think. Yeah. But because it read like an art film, because it was the graphics and the lighting and the music, it read like an art film. If they had made it a cohesive story. I think that it would have been something really special, but instead it was kind of like
Tim Burton should have done it.
House of Gucci, I didn't see that. American Trader, The Irishman, I haven't seen any of these. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I don't know if we saw that.
Wait, he was in that movie?
Yep.
Don't
The
remember
Humbling, Carlito's Way, still haven't seen that.
Carlito's Way was very good.
Stand Up Guys, Jack and Jill. I didn't even remember him being in that.
Phil Spector. Look at that.
Ocean's 13, 88 Minutes, Scarface, Money, Power, Respect. He did the voice for the video game.
Look what he was in.
Jiggly with Ben Affleck, and Jennifer Lopez, his now wife.
Long since portrayed as being one of the worst movies ever. With Ishtar.
That marriage is concerning to me. I wish them all the best. I never saw that movie. Devil's Advocate. What I remember about that, he was excellent. Son of a Woman, love that movie. Frankie and Johnny, never seen it, but
seen it.
The list goes on.
Sea of Love was good.
Scarface. I'm trying to think of my favorite movie. Godfather, Scarecrow, Mrs. Natalie.
Was he in the movie? It was like about Alaska. He was like a detective in Alaska.
Yes.
And yeah, that was a good movie. That it doesn't get dark.
Yeah, it was him and Robin Williams.
I don't think Robin Williams was in that.
Yeah, Robin Williams was the bad guy.
Was the bad guy? Insomnia.
Look.
Let's see.
Robin Williams.
Really? I don't remember him being in that movie.
He's the bad guy.
Hilary Swank.
And Hilary Swank was in it. Yeah.
Wow.
Hilary Swank's been in a
How
bunch
do I
of
not
stuff.
remember Robin Williams in that movie?
I don't know, especially since he was like the punchline of the movie, but like he was the whole key to the story. It's like you forgot the ending.
No, I remember.
I
remember seeing that movie, but I mean, it was 30 years ago now. For Christ's sake,
give me
a goddamn break, people.
Know what that comment. We're gonna need to read the comments that we have right now because
all right. So we got to go back up here. So Tracy said there's a lot of signs to join the Confederacy here in Georgia. She lives up there in Musketball, Georgia.
Can we make signs to join our hippie commune? We've been talking about this for a while.
Well, we need a flag. I'll work on a flag.
Dude, I read an article today about how
a
group of friends bought an island for $60,000 and it's worth like $13 million now, and they all just live there.
Nice.
That's the goal. Let's do it.
Wait, hang on, everybody. Billy is eating the best churro in the universe. Thanks for sharing and bringing for the whole class.
I'm gonna eat the best churro in the universe.
It's not a churro.
Why do you know that?
I want to break it, Johnny. Who's Johnny? Who's Johnny?
Johnny Depp.
I don't know who Johnny is.
Johnny Mnemonic. Johnny Five.
We need a good trombone. I'm thinking if we have like a semi-offensive flag, then it'll keep the bad people away. Or good people away. I don't know
Well,
what it's going to do. I just
you
want
have
people
said
to
that
stay away.
everybody loves titties. Everybody loves titties, right?
But I'm telling you, Billy
So
is
we have
not.
like a titty flag
Yeah, not
with fringe on it, but only fringe where the nipples are.
Well,
Titty flag.
she wants Chipotle. We got to have Chipotle on the island. Tracy wants Chipotle. I want Chipotle. As a matter of fact, I want Chipotle
We
right
can
now.
make homemade Chipotle.
No homemade.
I'm
bull
sorry.
crap.
Are you telling me that you don't want Billy's grandmother's home cooked food? Because Billy's grandmother's going to be part of our commune.
Also, Johnny
sorry,
number
she's dead.
5 is alive.
Oh, side note. Now all this AI and robot shit's happening,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're getting more and more realistic.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle Lafleur on 99
What's
over
up,
on
MF
I think
or
it's
MLF?
Michaela. In any
No,
case, over
Michelle.
on Instagram.
Welcome.
Welcome. We're so glad you're here. And we're so glad everybody's here. Just so you know, we get kicked off at Instagram at 9:00. And if you make comments, we can't pull them up on the screen like we can on YouTube and Facebook. So at Marital Hate on YouTube, there you go. Bob's your uncle. It's on the screen there somewhere.
It's on there somewhere.
I'll pull it up.
Billy says we need a rusty trombone flag.
I don't want to
That
do
would
that.
offend some folks.
I know, but I'm not into a rusty trombone.
Well,
I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. The key person that we need to offend is the person that gets least offended in the world. We have to make sure it covers everybody, which means
I would like to offend.
we have to offend Billy because Billy
no.
is the least offended person.
No,
on the
no. I
planet.
think we want to offend people that would go to like, I don't know, like Hilton
I
Head
just
to
wanna-
go golfing.
No,
like we
I-
want to offend those people,
no,
like
I
so that
wanna
they stay away
offend-
from our island.
I don't want any normal people. I don't want any mean people.
That's I want to get rid of
I don't-
normal people, and I want to have just fun people.
This is starting to sound like not just gentrification, but like not what's the other word? I want to say ebonics, but that's not it. What's the fucking word for it?
Eugenics.
Eugenics. It's starting to
Ebonics.
sound like eugenics, but if the eugenics means a society of only nice people, I'm okay with it.
All right. Well, I want nice people. I want interesting people. I want a Chipotle.
You don't have to be attractive.
I want a
Just
Escobar
interesting.
hippo because they're looking to get
and
rid of him.
kind. Actually, you can be boring, but you have to be at least kind.
I think you need at least one boring person around to make fun of.
Oh, that's actually really rude, and I don't
That
like
is
that.
bad.
Can I
I'm
tell
just
you?
kidding, people.
Today on the
God damn it.
one of the podcast comments, and by the way, our TikTok is fucking on fire right now, and I'm gonna have to pull that video up somehow. If I text you the link, you could pull it up on your screen.
Billy says I'm on a quest to shock Stacy. So far, necrophilia hasn't worked.
luck.
Yeah. Well,
so you really can't offend me, which is like I'm not offended by anything.
no.
But which is the thing is, I think like that's why people feel like they can tell me shit because they don't feel
nothing
like I'm
will
gonna
phase
judge them.
you. Yeah.
Total strangers walk up to me in public and tell me their life story.
Yeah.
I like cannot leave the house.
I don't know. I don't know what would shock you. Like legit. Like I don't know.
Well,
Oh, I know what'll shock you. Find out some bad stuff. There's certain lines
who
you
would I
can't
have
cross
to
in
find
life.
somebody?
What?
Who would I? Yeah, but I found out one recently.
Yeah, you did. But that shocked you and not in a good way. Right? I don't think you could like necrophilia. Well, you know.
No, I
At
mean
least she's getting some.
the
dead
thing
guy
that
is
always
getting some.
shocks me is yeah, I mean there's certain people you'll develop like a faith in, you feel comfortable with, and then you find out bad things about them and you feel betrayed. You actually had this happen recently too.
Yeah. You're like, and I wasn't even that close to this person, but I was like, oh,
But
the
mutual
fuck?
friends work together, like holy
I didn't see that one coming.
just takes a simple Google search, and suddenly your opinion of someone completely changes.
A little crazy.
So you should Google all your friends, I guess. Although,
Google-
you know what? Listen,
No.
I had a friend.
Yeah.
I had a friend who shall remain nameless. You know who they are.
Yeah.
Was arrested and sent to jail for 8 years.
For something.
I didn't find out until 8 years into our. No, it wasn't 8 years into our friendship. Was it?
I don't know. It was a while.
It was a long time in, at least 6 years into our friendship before I found out. about it. And I was surprised by it. I was really surprised, but my friendship with this person was such that it didn't matter.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Whereas this thing that would
This other
happen
guy-
for
yeah,
you,
the other thing, yeah,
it's something that you would not
That's
be
game
someone's
changer.
friends over. It was
it's a game changer.
like unforgivable.
So Billy says,
Unforgivable.
I don't want you to be offended. I want you to be clutch my pearls shocked.
Yeah, no,
She's not. There's nothing gonna shock
you don't
her.
understand. Yes,
You don't even.
I have seen it all. Why I look like this? Exhausted, fat,
It's a little funny.
tired. I have uneven skin. I just don't wear
Uneven
foundation.
skin.
I
You're
don't
kind of
want
toasty.
to. I wish we would get
Toast-like.
like here's my fantasy. Would you like to hear my little fantasy?
Is it PG enough for the show? Because these people offend easily.
Yes. So here's my fantasy.
Here's your fantasy.
You,
Yeah.
your record hits.
Yes.
You get to be Doug Gear, rock and roll god.
Yep.
Much like Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this, but Jelly Roll has a wife who has been very supportive to him for years and years and years.
Yep.
And he says he wouldn't be without her. And
Yeah.
people had previously seen before he came out, people he'd seen his wife and thought that she was with him for his money.
Right.
But in fact, his
They had
wife
been-
was a very wealthy woman herself. She had supported him from the beginning. She's gorgeous. They just fell in love, and the rest is history. She helped raise his daughter. She supported him. She got him a place to live. She set up a college fund for her. She stepped in as mom, and they eventually got married. And so she has. She was actually a prostitute. He's a felon. He had been in jail for selling crack or something. Crazy. These people completely turn their lives around. They do so much for the community. He's an amazingly talented artist. She's an inspirational person, much like myself. She has had some health issues and some trauma, and there's just so many similarities. So like my wildest fantasy
Yep.
is that you blow up like that,
Yeah.
and the podcast blows up like
Do I
that.
need a face tattoo?
And most importantly, I can have a glam squad. I'm willing to let you have you have a face tattoo, but I would like a glam squad and like a lot of lipo, and I would love all of Bunny's clothes because she has the coolest clothes. I can't wear a hat though. Like you wear trucker hats.
I have two questions. Has Bunny
Yes.
and Coco from Ice-T and Coco ever been seen in the same place at the same time?
I don't
Because
know.
they kind of have the same vibe.
I will say that that's like a really nice compliment, I think, because if you've ever watched Ice and Coco, she's just like such a doting mom. And like
He's so legit.
they want to give you this idea that she's an airhead because she's like a blonde bombshell. And I mean like a bombshell. Like you think like you're like, oh, that woman's in porn. Like you look at her, she's just gorgeous. And she's got a sex body.
sex body.
She's a mom
Just a sex
now,
body.
and she's just like a normal housewife. Like she works
With a
really
sex
hard.
body.
She's a very shrewd businesswoman. She's just a very kind heart. She's so sweet. And I'd say the same thing about Bunny. We could be the Bunny or
And Roll.
Coco, Bunny and Coco, and whatever. Y'all can come up with a nickname for me.
So I
don't
would be
give
a
a
cross between Ice-T and Jelly Roll, which are both foods. So I need to come up with a food.
I just want
like Doug sandwich.
I just want all of the things that they have. I don't want to take them from them. I'm so glad they have them. I want all these people, but I would like to have like access to like natural health practitioners. Like Benny's been working with someone who's been really helpful for her. Although Kelly Wallace has been great for us so far. Like I'm still not sure. And I'm going to be going for some acupuncture injections as well.
Acupuncture.
So we'll see how that goes.
Stick it where it hurt. Stop the pain where it do.
So what was I talking about?
You're talking about Jelly Roll and getting a glam squad.
So,
and
I would like to have a health person, and then we'd have a tour bus or a Class A art, my little Airstream thing, not the leisure travel van.
Yep.
And we go on tour.
Yep.
And I do the podcast, and you go on tour, and then we can like be healthy.
Can
and
Billy
then
be
do
my
lots
like
of big
advanced
things.
scout, like to make sure I don't get brown M&Ms and shit like that? I need that. I need
You
that.
should
level
only
of-
have brown M&Ms. You should have homemade M&Ms.
What if I was like the anti Van Halen and only had the brown M&Ms?
No, you should be like the do all like the weird hippie shit like that we have at home, like that you like, right? And
Well-
then have like stuff that's like completely
No.
contrary to that.
Well, I know that Paul McCartney went on like something and they're like, "Oh, Mr. McCartney, can we get you any like special meal or what we get you anything you want, Mr. McCartney?" He goes, "Yeah," and he saw a craft service table over there, and he's a vegetarian, or whatever. He goes, "Can I eat with those people?" And he went over and ate with those people because he's a peep. He's no diva. I don't want to be a diva. So Billy says we should nominate Doug for Queer Eye.
I wouldn't change a thing about him, but I do know more than a few people. For example, my friend Charlie
Needs to go on Queer Eye.
Don't you guys think Charlie needs Queer Eye? So I have a picture of him somewhere.
I'm wearing a purple shirt, Billy.
I mean, I have a picture of him somewhere.
Anyway, no, I went to art school, Billy. I know I'm just lazy is all. As I'm just lazy. So
I just want to say that my friend Charlie.
Have you done Korean acupuncture?
No,
I don't even know what that Korean acupuncture
is it cheaper because
was a thing.
This guy's expensive. He's a white guy, or he does Chinese acupuncture.
White guy.
And he drives a really nice car.
He goes to our white church. Guy.
Super nice guy. Super nice guy. Yeah. Really
drives
talented, but too buku.
Queer Eye for Charlie? Question mark.
Yeah, no. Don't you guys think Charlie needs?
Well, anybody that needs a makeover or is.
Let's just tell them where Charlie lives.
Charlie lives in a dome
in the woods in Massachusetts,
that he made himself, and which is great because he's off the grid. He doesn't have to pay taxes for his abode, things of that nature. It's actually pretty commendable, but he doesn't have running water, so he probably needs. Running water.
I just would like to say the last few times I've talked to Charlie, I have left the conversation really upset.
But we love him.
I do love him, but that's my point. I've left the conversation really upset because of different things that he said that I will not get into, but whoa. And I tried to talk to him about it. And we have had many fights like this over the years, and I love him, but we need to talk.
Billy says, look it up. The needles go in your dominant hand. And then he says, Charlie lives in the wood. I like wood. Charlie has apparently a wiffle ball bat dick for a dick. So
it's like, it's like the size of half a wiffle ball bat. It's craziness. The skinny kind, not the fat kind. He's a skinny guy.
Well, like the big red one? That would be quite the penis.
No, it's still terrifying. It's not as wide as my arm.
But it's as long as your arm. I like how Charlie's so cavalier with his boners that he just shows everybody.
Yeah. No, okay. It's actually from here to here.
All right. Oh well.
Terrifying. Look it up. All needles. What about the needles?
They go. The Korean acupuncture goes in your hand.
That's he does those too. But he last time he did. That I went, he put, not last time, but when I went to the office, he put 2 needles up here and he told me to leave them in until I drove home. And I'm like, I have a Jeep with no doors and no top.
More information that we need to know from Billy. Skinny guys have the biggest dongs in the deepest holes.
Oh.
I would think that.
This is edutainment, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know.
Edutainment.
I don't know.
Where else are you going to come for this kind of nonsense? So anyway, I can't find a picture of him, but I'm telling you, he doesn't have running water. He has a pond. He can get water from the pond that he stocked with fish. He lives in the woods.
Does he catch the fish and eat the fish?
I don't think he has as of yet. I only think he would eat fish in a moment of crisis.
Yeah, he doesn't eat a lot of.
He only eats like pizza, hot dogs, and chicken fingers. Yeah. That's it. Ice cream. He'll do ice cream. We went to Olive Garden, didn't eat anything, and then Thanksgiving he had like a mashed potato. We had a feast. Everything you can imagine had like a mashed potato.
Charcuterie.
Okay, so back to
get back to your thing. We got to go back to the hashtags because we've been bereft. Billy got us on this skinny guy thing that we have to get off of.
So Skynet.
I don't know what Skynet is.
It's trending, so I want to bring this up because
it's trending. Must be worth talking about.
It's basically it was a concept from an artificial neural network from fucking Terminator. I never saw Terminator, but
Terminator's great. Terminator 2 is even better. Terminator 3.
But there's also comparisons to they're saying that it's about 3 years away. There's stories out about it, and it's basically a surveillance program like they're using in China. So they basically track every movement of your life, like Big Brother on crack.
I don't do that.
The
Many
minute they put a
interesting
fucking
things.
social credit score out there, we are
Yeah, this
You're gonna lock us in
situation
our
is
house.
not. I do know they can track you wherever you go, even on your phone, so it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't even matter if
me.
it's off. They know what you're doing. They can see everything in your house. So like as you're walking around your house, your phone, you don't even have it on. You're just like, whatever. Like
That's why I
carrying
put it
your
in my pocket.
groceries.
They can't see shit. They can see my dick. My dick.
Yeah, except putting it in your pocket's the worst place for your balls. It's like shitload of radiation, but that's not the point. The point
My
is,
balls are like the Hulk. They turn green when I get angry and they get big.
ball case for his phone. He has a special ball case for his phone.
This is
He used
not
to
the
have
ball
the
case.
$80 Pong ball case.
Yeah, the
There's
Pong ball case.
there's
I
put a thing in there.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. Men, do not put your phones in your pockets. Women, do not put them in your bra
or your cooch.
No, and if you're in prison, just understand that that's a risk you take, and you do not want prison health care. But God bless the people who do it, because that's got to be very challenging. And I'm also concerned as to, wow, that's a tough job.
All right, so Skynet is going to track everywhere you go. Not a big deal for me.
It is. You're on this podcast.
I don't give a goddamn crap where people know where I am. What are
they're
they
going to read your thoughts, and they're going to see the dirty thoughts that you have, you dirty old man.
I know down in Naples, which is about 40 minutes away, a piece of the International Space Station crashed through somebody's house.
That's cool.
If they want to get me, they'll get me.
Okay.
Billy says he puts his phone up his ass. Shocked yet? No. Billy, you've set the bar.
I don't know why.
You've set the bar too high.
Good for you.
God damn you.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I would recommend putting a little sleeve on it.
Or maybe getting a little pocket.
A condom. You could get a lubricated condom. You 2 birds, 1 stone. Something
And what,
to think about.
jam it up your ass?
Maybe get a ribbed for her pleasure.
And jam it up your ass.
Might be fun. Give yourself a good time.
And jam it up your ass.
I'm
just going to keep saying that.
That's good. You can say jam it up your ass can be our theme tonight. Jam it up your ass. It's too bad we can't name the I just need to write that down.
Billy sets it on vibrate. Yeah, still not shocking. That just makes sense, Billy. That's all that does.
Give me your number. Sense. I'll call you repeatedly.
Oh.
Last night, the whole night, all we talked about was our vibrating game.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get a game. Everybody's gonna buy these vibrating panties, and we're all gonna zap each other as we play, like Uno. And like you get draw 4, you get and then the winner, everyone buzzes you until you can't take any more. Yay. But you're gonna have to sign some sort of release. We can't be held responsible for some sort of sexual accident.
Sexual accident?
Excuse me, I'm still struggling from the sexual accident last week where you popped my left hip out. This one.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, no, I was like, I think I like tightened the muscle when I was coming and like just cramped it up.
Again, it sounds like a you problem.
Thankfully, Randy put 2 needles in my arm and it made my sex problem go away. So. But then that night we did it again. Once again,
you know, I got to say that I'm a little proud that I kind of like not like, you know how like I'm gonna tear that bitch up. That's kind of what I did.
Last weekend, sorry, 2 weeks ago, I was in pain, and then you did all the fucking to me, and then I wasn't even able to go anywhere this weekend, and I wasn't able to go anywhere today. I didn't go to my my group thing.
Well, you're here now.
I am.
And so are the owls. Owls are
here. Those are the burrowing owls. They're super cute.
Hello.
There's a couple of them. Hey, you guys. You want to come on the podcast? We would love to have you as a guest. Do you have an opinion about our topics tonight? I don't even know what to say. I think you're beautiful. Seriously, what's going on over there?
I hope you guys can hear this.
He's just talking to me. You're welcome here anytime.
You got sick of you.
That was crazy.
That was us.
I'm talking to the... Hang on a second. First the owl thing.
Yeah.
And now the
dolphin
thing.
The
dolphin thing.
And now the owls. They like you.
That's fucking crazy.
Maybe they want to get in.
Did you guys all hear this story about me swimming with dolphins? The day of the eclipse, I went to the ocean here in Southwest Florida. I was at Santiva and swam out, 50 feet offshore?
Yeah.
Fucking dolphin swims. I swam with the dolphin for like 20 minutes and it swam right up to me.
So Tracy wants to know, is it a mystery who has the other remote control? Not sure.
Yes.
So Billy says
We're gonna do it
straight sex,
web-enabled.
AJJ, so 1980s.
So we could like have everybody have the code. We could have one person have the code. We could have nobody have the
I don't
code.
know.
We could play all kinds of fun games with vibrating panties. All of us
Says,
together.
I'm proud of you for bringing your A game, Doug. And I
Oh, there you go.
busted my I gave her hip dyspraxia or whatever that's called. Best story ever about the Dolphins.
It was a good story.
I think the grandmother
that one.
dying and getting an orgasm is the best story, but that's a
Yeah, killing my grandmother.
So
is a good
now
story.
Tracy says this sounds like fun. So I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, so I would like to talk briefly. For some reason, The Exorcist is trending again, and I got to tell you, I miss my friend Dave so much sometimes.
Yeah.
And if you guys see him, tell him I love him more, fucker. We used to watch horror movies together. That was like our thing growing up. And I would love to watch all the Exorcist movies, especially the new one, but I have to watch them all, including the series, which I haven't even watched. So Dave, can you fly down, please? Watch TV.
He'll be back. He'll be back eventually. Billy says dolphins are known to be very horny. Just saying. Yes. And we also looked up their dong size, and they are giant. And Stacy always wanted to be raped by a dolphin. I don't make this stuff up. And then she changed her mind after seeing the
dolphin penis, but I've decided that I want to find a lady dolphin and fist her. So I've been doing these special exercises to help
me fist the male dolphin.
Get better at fisting a lady dolphin.
What about a male dolphin? You don't want to fist him?
Whatever they want. I'm a friend to the animals.
Your fisting friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never done any fisting before.
Yeah. Well, let's keep it that way.
Can somebody teach me how to do fisting, please? I need a guest to come on the podcast to talk about fisting, preferably in person, preferably with a model.
You know what? You know who gets fisted when she learns how to fisting? Me in my sleep.
So here's the thing. What we could do is have you off camera for like the activity, but just have our reaction, and then we'll sit and interview you, or we can interview and then do both, and like that.
We don't want it. We don't want it.
I assure you, we won't make it weird.
This is, it's already weird.
It's
already weird. So Billy says, I will teach you. I was an FF master when I escorted. I don't know what an FF is. It? Oh, I know what FF stands for. That was an easy one.
Fuck.
Fisty.
Okay. So,
fistwise. All right.
The Exorcist is trending for some reason.
Well,
have you seen The Exorcist? Do you remember the movie? We talked about it recently.
Never seen it. Scares me to death. Not going to watch it.
Okay, so here's the problem. Dave doesn't live here, and I need a friend.
But he does come and visit.
I need a friend to watch movies with. He can't be here to play with me all the time. See, I really want to win the lottery or have a hippie commune, so Dave I can hang out all the time, and I can be out of your hair. So anyway, the guy who played the priest on the right, the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
Spoiler alert: the power of
falls
Christ.
down the stairs, and the dun 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 dun. No, just falls down the stairs.
Spoiler
Guys,
alert.
there wasn't. That was a different movie.
When he fell down the stairs, did it make like the piano noise? Like
I don't know, but young
down.
George reverse mortgage Buzz.
Yes, he lives very close to the stairway.
He went to the stairway. He took a picture at that stairway.
Yeah, yes, he did.
Very cool. And also we were talking about you today and how we're so excited to come stay at your Washington DC place. Expect us next weekend. Just kidding. We don't ever leave the house. So anyway, he was 40 and they used makeup every day to make him look super old.
Looks my age.
Yeah. But
Nice.
he's not anymore. That movie is
That was from the 70s.
It was from 1973 and of course brought us the infamous pea soup scene.
And your mother does things in hell.
I'm telling you now, if you don't have children and you have a teenager, this is what they all become one day. Every mother has been there.
So Tracy is not interested in fisting. I mean, I already pee when I sneeze or laugh or cough too hard. Imagine what happens when you're down there fisting. I don't know what the hell happens down there. I love horror movies, but Bex hates them. Very much the same here. And Billy says, hey guys, got to go do Rape and masturbate. Love you fuckers. We love you.
We love you as well. We would like to know more about how you masturbate. Like, do you just beat off or do you finger yourself? Like, what do you do? I would like to know. Actually, if you could all send us a little letter telling us how
No.
you masturbate, we'd appreciate that.
I don't think it needs to be that formal, Billy.
maritalhate@gmail.com. You can send a video.
No videos.
I've only
please. Come
gotten
on,
one
God
dick
damn
pic
it.
and one butt pic so far.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've been begging for them, and they were from the nudist, and I'd
Yeah,
already seen her
shocker.
tits.
Shocker, the nudist send you pics.
Hey, Buttercup, send me your puss.
Buttercup.
It's her nickname.
He's-
I flick my clit.
It's called
I
the
really,
bean.
I really wish you had been here for the
The bean
butthole
spinning.
episode. There was a whole episode where we did nothing but talk about buttholes. I really wish you were here for that. It was something. Okay. So other hash or taggers.
Hashtag.
Okay. American Psycho is trending.
No idea why.
It was because it's the anniversary.
Of
American Psycho.
So wait.
It was released in 2000. I don't know why it's trending. Go ahead.
They take one of the great horror movies of all time and just put the word American in front of it. It's kind of cheating.
Well, it's not like the first one wasn't American. It's not like it was anti-American. Like, I really don't know. It seems silly to me.
No, I don't know.
I will tell you is one of the most memorable uses of music was in American Psycho.
Now, what song was that?
It was The Heart of Rock and Roll
Oh, right. Yeah.
by Huey Lewis in the
Lewis.
News, and he's like, he's got plastic out, and he's
Yeah.
taking a fucking axe to the guy, and he's talking about how it really he's covered. He's got a suit on, this perfectly pressed suit, and he's got like a plastic outfit on over it, and he just fucking bludgeons the guy. And the whole time he's talking about where the music really picks up here. It's fucking hilarious. I used to be able to do the scene verbatim, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. Just a really interesting movie. And he hires a hooker to pretend to be his girlfriend to have a three-way with a different girl, and then he kills both of them, I think with a chainsaw.
Who was the hooker? Who played that was somebody famous, right?
Oh, of course you would ask me that. So it's Christian Bale, Justin Theroux,
Reese Witherspoon.
Chloe Sevigny, Reese Witherspoon. I had no idea. Now I have to watch this again. Bill Sage, Josh Lucas, Samantha Mathis, Jared Leto, Matt Ross, William Dafoe. Jesus.
Defoe was in it.
I don't know who the rest of these people are, so I'm not even going to bother saying their names, but I may know them. I just don't have time to look them all up right now. I need to watch that movie again, but I also have a homework assignment for everybody, and I need to post it. We're going to start giving you guys weekend homework because I feel like you have too much spare time on your hands on the weekends. You might get into trouble. And when I get into trouble, I just call one of the master haters at home. So if you want to have your own personal session with me over the weekend that involves me saying fucked up shit just for you, become a master hater. Come to the podcast night after night. Become a part of the community. We love you. We're so glad you're here.
Bring it on.
And then on a Saturday, I can call you and tell you creative ways that you could make art to help pay for your home renovations. I got to tell you, though, I'm a little disappointed in our lesbians.
Why is that?
Well, you'd think when you got the F-150,
Yeah,
and you're a lesbian,
yeah,
and you live in Georgia,
yeah,
maybe,
yeah,
you might be able to do some goddamn repairs yourself. I am kidding. They have done way too much themselves. In fact,
well, they had their repair guy like leave.
Yeah, but like Trace has her health issues.
They're doing gardening. They're doing stuff.
Trace has her health issues, and Beck is working all the time.
She's like head nurse in charge.
They need to
of
hire
something.
somebody. Like I want them
Crazy.
to just. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna like rest for you. Like, please sit down.
Tracy, well, careful what you wish for, Tracy. Yeah, and those home calls are so much fun. They really do those spontaneous calls. Careful what you wish for. Yeah, you yell at me for doing too much. Yes, we do. We yell at a lot of people for overdoing it, ourselves included.
Yeah. We're getting better about it. I really want to watch American Psycho again now. But okay, so everybody needs to watch 1984's Toxic Avenger for next week. We're going to discuss it. We probably won't get till Tuesday. We've really wanted to talk about it, so make sure you watch it because we're going to have a big
80s
episode.
in all its glory. It's so good.
So yeah. And I'm gonna share it in the horror community when we're gonna do it.
Oh,
and
nice.
The thing that would be crazy about that is that
we might even get the Avenger himself to
people
log on.
those people are those people are they're like loyal like to the cause. Like if you're into horror movies, like
no,
they'll come on and totally geek out, and
Yeah.
I fucking love that shit. Please do
Not
it.
for me.
We were actually disappointed. No, you love that shit.
I would geek out over sitcoms.
Yeah,
from
but
the
about the
70s,
Toxic
60s,
Avenger,
70s.
like we always love the
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
Joe Bob does. But the problem was is that when he
They
did this
didn't geek
episode,
out
all he
about it,
talked
yeah.
about was fucking grilled cheese.
Mm.
Like who gives a shit about grilled cheese?
I like grilled cheese.
I like grilled cheese.
I care about it.
I miss bread. Oh my god, could somebody make me a grilled cheese like on a really good gluten-free bread? Bring it over, please. I haven't been hungry lately, like at all. I have a little bit of the munchies right now, but I haven't been hungry lately at all. Like I've just been so like by like what? Like I eat at like 5, like I'll have a little snack and then I'm done.
You eat a hearty breakfast. Can you eat sourdough? I don't believe you can.
I cannot.
Maybe it's gluten-free sourdough.
Not at this point. I think I can have real sourdough, but
I don't know what real sourdough
but
is.
my doctor's like not now, like maybe later.
Right.
I
Give
may
me your
even,
hashtags.
I may be able to even have gluten again one day, but not now. And peanuts. She thinks I might even be able to have peanuts again. Who knows? So hashtag biblical is trending because of the flooding in Dubai. Have you seen this?
Did not hear about the flooding in Dubai.
Oh my god, there's like Ferraris underwater. Like they're sitting there because the cars are insane in Dubai, and people are like pointing out like the cars that are completely submerged in the water. They're like Bugatti, Ferrari, Porsche.
Well, I know Dubai was just sort of built. Did they consider the
no?
water
So this is
situation?
where it gets crazy. Apparently they were doing cloud seeding,
Mm-hmm.
and they had more rain than they normally get in 2 months in one day.
Ooh.
So they just aren't set for it. Now listen, I had read the cloud seeding in 2 different places. They were reliable sources. However, I didn't cross-check them. I can't speak to that. It was not, see right here, the first article from Bloomberg, it's not cloud seeding. Do I believe that? I don't know. Maybe it's maybe God is playing a trick on us.
Maybe it's climate change.
Flood us again.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe their earth is just squirting a little bit. But in any case, there were some fucking insane ass
I have
floods.
not.
Let me
I've
just show
not
you the
really
photos. And you know, I never feel bad. Like I really love my Jeep. Like I just fucking love that thing. Like I liked when we had that little 2-seater. I thought that was fun. And it was more practical. Well, less practical, more practical than the Jeep. But like if we were going somewhere, we could use that and not have to worry about like the top. Right?
Or we could take the Volvo.
I don't want to take the Volvo, but that's not the point. The point is that if you I don't ever like feel like I want a different car. But when I see this, I'm like, oh, I could consider that. Oh, it's on the screen. How did I do that? So this is the flooding. So people are trying to get out.
Yeah.
Cars underwater, like they just have flooding everywhere. But I had seen a clip, and I wonder if it's in here, where this was like literally sports cars that were completely underwater. I mean, but no, the one I saw was like a Ferrari underwater. It was insane. It was at least sad. 2 sports cars. So anyway, prayers to the folks in Dubai. That sucks.
She says, wow, that stinks. And Ian says that flooding is not natural and parts are giving way.
Yeah, I don't know, but if there's a way to blame the government, I'll find it. Oh, I need to. That's.
If there's a way to blame the government, you'll find it. And a car bobbing up and down like a bobber.
You sure that wasn't just like somebody's head, like bobbing? Here, I'll demonstrate.
Don't demonstrate.
What?
Have some class, lady.
Too late for that.
Oh.
That's what happens when you're like forced to be like a proper little girl and you're like repressed as a child and like not loved.
No, here's the thing.
You come to my age and you have like a fucking breakdown.
No, there's the thing.
You
thing that you like. You don't like just sort of give up on it. Like you stick with it. You learn a code of ethics or behavior that you like and you stick to it. But no, Stacy threw it all out the window. in lieu of fun.
Don't be a dick. Hey, if I send something to you, can you open it on your computer? If I text it to
I
you?
sure can try.
If I text it to you.
If you text me something.
So I may have gotten involved in a viral TikTok trend today.
And we're going to share
No,
it with
you have to open it on your laptop, not your phone.
Well, jeez.
So anyway, there's this viral TikTok trend, and she's like, older people, hey, settle down, older people.
I don't have anything for you.
And I said, on behalf of Gen X, I haven't said it yet. On behalf of Gen X, none of your fucking business, ... And it's picked up some traction. So it's, yeah.
Oh, now we have
You
to
have
do
to spin
a
the
puzzle.
dog. You have to spin the dog.
How?
Like on the left? Yeah. There you go. Oh, now. Oh, you made a little doggy. Good job.
All right. This is just taking
That art school, those years at art school, you didn't need to graduate.
What's with older people in the
So pause it.
Hang on.
Let me just respond.
Hang on, folks. We're working on some
Technical
stuff. Sorry. Here's share the screen.
It's worth it.
And this is our friend Stacy responding to this bitch.
What's with older people in the ... Let me just respond on behalf of all of Gen X. It's none of your fucking business. ... What's with older people in the ...
So apparently, quite a few people have responded and reacted to that. I don't know why.
Well, I think of the older generation. ... And the younger gen. Can people find other things to like be upset about other than the ... Tracy thought that was hilarious.
That was hilarious. Yeah, no, it's quite some traction on Twitter. Actually, I was just going to check to see how many views it has. So yeah, we're trying to build the pod, and Doug's music's out there. We just need to get it in front of the right people, and so or a ton of people. Grassroots would be even better than it would be nice to get picked up by a sitcom or sell a song, or more importantly, for you to be able to tour and play your music.
Yeah, I'm gonna start talking with a country accent.
You can't do that. I will not allow you.
My name is Lucas Pearl.
Will not allow you to be fake, and I will not allow you.
I'm a country singer, Lucas Pearl.
I will not allow you to be fake. I will not allow you to be fake.
I love this country. And I love tobacco products. Lucas Pearl.
Love tobacco products.
I love fishing, my truck, NASCAR racing.
Is this an ode to Beyonce?
This is Lucas Pearl.
A nod to Beyonce?
Lucas Pearl is from origins of unknown United States. Because I don't want to offend anyone and block out anyone that would buy my music. Songs from the USA.
You're done?
Lucas Pearl. Join me, will you, for some of my songs. Damn, That Flag is Pretty by Lucas Pearl. I also have Military is My Friend.
That's a Jeep.
By Lucas Pearl. I like this country and all the people in it, except for the liberals, by Lucas Pearl. Wave whatever flag you wanna, except for that rainbow one, by Lucas Pearl.
Don't do that. That's not even
I'm
funny.
Lucas Pearl. I'm a country star. I'm gonna be touring the country, and with my badass band, the Badasses, and Lucas Pearl.
You sound like Beyonce. Oh! You know what rhymes with Beyonce?
Fiance.
Beyonce. I can't name names. But one of our friends who is just like a brother to us. He's absolutely amazing. We love him so much. In any case, it's not public knowledge. I can't say his name.
You're just saying many things.
But he finally proposed to his girlfriend
and
today.
we love her. We absolutely
love her. She's perfect for her. Congratulations to them. And I can't say where they did it or how it happened, but oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited that one of my friends is getting engaged. So I'm really excited about that. Fancy. So anyway,
maybe Lucas Pearl can play that ceremony.
Yeah, there you go. And
talk about the USA.
So Also, today we have more topics like Doug becoming a racist country star.
Lucas Pearl.
Named Lucas Pearl. And then, of course, we hashtag ADHD because look at us.
Lucas Pearl has ADHD just like every young American out there drinking the Mountain Dew for
shit.
breakfast.
Did you see this thing where they're coming? They have this new concept for a one jab that's like all in one because there's so many, there's internationally so many bans because of all the issues that are being caused.
Well, part of the issue with the MMR vaccine was not only the
don't say that word.
Well, we were having a conversation about.
No, I was just sharing that tidbit of information. I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, but
well,
I just
part of the thing that they think in a situation like that with the combo shots is that it can short circuit the gut and short circuit the brain. So that was one of the things that.
So there's concerns about it, but I wanted to just share that tidbit.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole
because it's a rabbit hole. If we go down it, they're going to shut us off. We had one episode get taken down already, episode 19.
We're not saying whether it's good or bad. I'm just saying what studies have said. Rogan can talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. God damn it!
Position than we are.
I have hair. Rogan does not have hair, and whatever hair he has.
Just because you have hair doesn't make you better than anybody.
God. I'm just like a sneech. I'm a star-bellied sneech. Lucas Pearl has hair.
Oh my god! You know what I want right now?
Where's denim?
Do you know what I want so bad right now?
What do you want?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Oh my god! Doesn't that sound so
like? We'll call mashed potatoes are us, and they deliver.
Good order.
Mashed potato express.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Jenny from Outback. Do you think she would bring me some mashed potatoes? Jenny.
Now she's feeding her dogs and putting the dogs down to bed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The thing is, almost everything I like at Outback has carbs, or not carbs, gluten.
Oh, Tracy wants a Blizzard from DQ.
I would just take some fucking bomb ass.
Do you have any DQs up there in?
Oh my god, where were we craving the other day?
I forgot what I called
Bell Bottom, Georgia.
I don't know.
What was the restaurant we were craving the other day?
Ian says that's funny. It just had mashed potatoes.
Send me some. We've been craving all of the Disney food for so long. Like we want to go so bad.
They have cheddar cheese beer soup in Canada, and it's delicious. Comes with a little pretzel roll.
I would like lose my fucking mind if we went on a Disney vacation. Like, and if we went on a Disney vacation that wasn't like crazy rushed,
yeah,
that would be the absolute best. If it was like a week.
You were talking about it today.
Like a week at Disney, like, oh my god, because then we wouldn't have to be freaking out to get on every ride. We'd be like, okay, well, we have a couple days.
You do have DQs there, and they're always busy. Do you have Culver's? Culver's is pretty damn yummy. We're big fans of the Culver's. And their ice cream is fantastic too.
I think you can do
2 days each park. I don't know if you need.
I don't need 2 for Animal Kingdom. And
I need 2 for Animal Kingdom.
You do?
Ugh, Animal Kingdom is just so good.
It is
like,
so
just
good,
absorb
but
it.
I don't know that you need 2 full days.
No, probably not.
I feel like you could do. Oh well, there's something we want to do at Animal Kingdom so bad. You guys have to hear this. Okay. So, first of all we do is like. We work on the podcast. We Doug does design stuff. Doug works on his music. I deal with health stuff. We go to church stuff. We deal with our family. Like we have a lot of stuff we do, but most of the time we're just hanging out together. And so one of the things that we do is like kind of manifest our like dream RV or like our dream home or whatever. And so our dream Disney vacation. So we've been on a Disney vacation kick lately. Like we want to go on one so bad. And so, now that we live in Florida, it's more attainable. And it's like, there's a part of me that wishes that we lived in the Orlando area and that we could go to Disney all the time. Like that would be super cool. But we've been fantasizing about like where we would go, like where we would stay. And there's all these different versions
who we would go with.
Yeah, we always play like who would we want to go to this park with, or who would we want to go to this restaurant with, or who would we want to come for a whole week with. And we did one once where it was like I was super high, called Tracy and told her about it. That it was like all of you guys. Yeah, he really should. It's not consent though. But it was like all of you guys, like we were all there. We were like in different resorts. Like we were like, oh, Todd Alvey
we'll put this person in this
Todd
resort.
Would stay at the Wilderness Resort, and like Donna and John would stay at Shades of Green, and Tracy and Bex would stay at Fort Wilderness, and Art and Michelle would stay next door to them. They're the rooming royals, and so on and so forth. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. one day.
Mm.
But there's the big thing we want to do at Animal Kingdom. They have this dinner on the savannah. You pay like $2.95 a person, and
they give you a bread service.
You have a private tour of the safari, and then you have a bread service.
Private tour of the safari is the real star of that show.
And you get to like talk to the people. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I want to do that so bad. I also want to do the Victoria and Albert's dinner, like chef's dinner, where you like go in the kitchen and they tell you everything while they do it. But I really want to do there's 4 different experiences that you can have there. Like, one's like the chef's kitchen, where you go in the kitchen, you have a private meal.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to.
One's where you have the 3-course, and one's like the 12-course. I'd want to do all 3 of those.
Yeah, I think. I want to do the other 2 first before the kitchen, and then because you don't want to see how the sausage is made before the sausage. You eat the sausage.
Although I feel like what I want to do, I might want to do one out in the restaurant and then one in the kitchen and then one back in the restaurant.
But they turn food into an art form.
But don't you think the idea of I
would go, and then
going
go
to see
and then coming back and really enjoying it
and see if it changes the way you look at it.
And then by then they all know you.
It's like watching...
the yarn hair lady's here again, the old guy.
Well, but it's like, how cool is it? Like, when you for example, if you have a movie that you really like, and the first time you watch it, you're like, oh, I really like this movie, and then you do research on it, like on IMDb or Joe Bob Briggs or Wikipedia or whatever you do, and then you go back and rewatch it, and you appreciate it so much more. Like, that's... I was
looking for the trivia and goofs.
This sounds lofty, but I hope that's how people feel about the podcast one day. I hope people are like, oh my God, I remember that, or oh my God, when did that happen? I need to see it. And actually, my biggest fear is that people will be like, what episode was that on? And we
you have
will
no idea.
Never be able to. There's so much content. Sometimes we go for 2 hours.
Yeah, we're already
at 9:30. I think we've explained the ADHD part. Southwest Florida, where we live, Cape Coral to be precise. Kids are out in the neighborhood at 9:30 at night on a school night.
Oh, that's a prowler.
Oh, Boston,
that's his crowbar.
We're from Massachusetts, but not Boston, South Shore. Excuse me, swingers. We are not. But I got to tell you something. The swinging community has been friends to us. We're curious about them, so
we're not that kind of curious.
Not that kind of curious, but we are willing to travel with you. Like, if you want to take us on a vacation, we're willing to consider some options, like a soft swap for
we're not swapping. We're not doing
domestic travel. International travel, we'll go.
We're just not
further.
Yeah.
Honey, we need to go somewhere.
Yeah, well.
Okay, fine.
Maybe if you made a better podcast.
You peaked in 84.
I did. Yeah, I did. I peaked in 82.
Doug has 2 new brothers, Todd and Buzz. Congratulations.
Well,
it's a baby boy. By the way, your mom is soon to have a half whale, half human baby. It's going to live in the ocean.
How come I don't have any sisters? Can
farm.
Tracy and Beck be my sisters? But that would be weird because they're married together. One of them have to be an in-law.
You're like their creepy uncle.
I'm a creepy uncle. What was the guy's name?
Doug?
No, what was Justin Pearl, or what was my country guy name?
I have no idea.
Jason Pearl.
I was trying to find ways to escape my body at that moment.
When I was talking about the country guy,
I just feel like the problem with our podcast is we're just joking all the time.
It's free form.
Humor is our only coping mechanism. We joke about everything we know we're inappropriate. I joke about when I was molested as a child. There's something
not that funny.
Clearly wrong with me. It's my only coping mechanism. I'm sorry.
Really not that funny.
So sometimes I say things and I should not say them. Sometimes I say things and I do not mean them. Usually I say things and I do not mean them. Unless I'm having the serious voice, but it's really hard to tell.
Jason Pearl or whatever his name was.
I actually once had
Justin Pearl.
It was something I never realized, that one of my friends was like, Stacey, I have a really hard time telling when you're joking. And I'm like, oh.
Well, people know that I'm joking 100% of the time. And yeah.
Always and forever.
I don't even know what song that is.
You were supposed to always and forever.
You mean always and forever? That one?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't even know the name of the song. So that was all our hashtags. Because we got to cover off we got to cover them off. Okay, you don't just cover them; you cover them off.
There's a few items that I've been putting off talking about on the podcast.
Well, it's too late
we're supposed to. Okay, well, I just I had promised the other day I was going to talk about my nicknames being Spooge in high school.
We don't like to talk about that.
We will tell the story tomorrow. I'll tell you about Spooge tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar
my
that
wife.
tomorrow
That's my
they'll
wife.
become.
Night, folks.
What's wrong with
She's
me?
gonna go spend the rest of the podcast over here.
Is there we still haven't solved the great mystery as to we still haven't solved the great mystery as to whether or not it's acceptable to eat chowder on the beach. Please let us know your opinions on that. It's really important to us to know. Chowder on the beach, yay or nay? I like the way you drive your Jeep. I got to tell you that story. We've been using AI to promote the podcast. I may have accidentally shared a clip where I compared a vagina to a muffalata sandwich. Well, technically Doug did it. And I used AI to create the hashtags and just popped them out there like without double checking them. And there's a lot of fat people trying to look for sandwich recipes right now that are learning that we call the ladies that are shaved or waxed or whatever, hairless, muffaladas. Check out my muffaladas. You always want to eat a muffalata, don't you? He does. Hey, honey, what's it like being married to me?
It's like being pulled over for speeding and have to talk your way out of a ticket. Your heart's racing. You know you got to come up with something to cover up the crime. I guess I'm coming back.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
I love you.
Look what I came back to.
You came
All right.
back to love.
I came back to love.
That's not a song.
Yay to chowder on the beach. That was a
That's
truck.
excessive. It was like an HVAC system.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to talk about our gratitude.
Before we do our gratitude.
No. We're talking about our gratitude.
Before we do our gratitude, real quick, we have to recap. Of course, the
cartoon is very funny. You should share that on air.
Okay.
That's very funny. Just the look on our faces is a riot. We look like actually Stacy looks like when you make a hand with like eyes and lipstick on your hand. That's what she looks like. I look like Igor from Young Frankenstein, as played by
holy
Marty
shit! I really
Feldman.
got the right one.
I don't know if you can't zoom in on that, can you?
Friggin'.
That thing is amazing.
Oh, well, there it is. It's on right now. So it's this cartoon right now. How did this become the Doug's Private Parts episode? As all of you know, we talk about Doug's Private Parts quite a bit here on the podcast. And it says, it's like you've never been here before.
Mm.
Like you've never been here
well,
before. So yeah, that picture, I think the
It's
facial
hysterical.
expression pretty much covers it.
Hysterical.
Right down the list. Last night, what we did talk about was a fun game where we all have remote control panties and we have some sort of an online interface where we can zap each other or not zap each other. Perhaps we coordinate it with Connect 4 or whatever. But, you know, if you weren't here, it's a good episode. You should watch it. Because there's 56 people here right now. And last night,
I don't think they watched it.
last night there was 52. Don't say that.
No, I said I don't think they watched last night.
Well,
I don't think the same people tune in.
I think some of the same.
Some of
people
them,
tuned in.
yeah,
So if
sure.
you were here last night, you're good to go.
Yeah.
But if you weren't, you should
You're
watch that one.
excused.
It's good. You should watch that one. It was pretty good. Last week's were old ones. We have a lot of really good old ones. But
we could go into
we go-
syndication
but
and
we
just
go-
take the day off.
we go through phases where we're like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But listen, we're just two idiots. We don't have like a production team.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Clearly, we don't have a glam squad. Nobody's coming over and giving us outfits. I'm wearing a skirt as a dress. I literally just grabbed it and put it on as a dress. Wore it all day except for my swimsuit. I have to wear a swimsuit now because we're nice to the neighbors. And when you're nice to the neighborhood children, they come to your house and you can't be skinny dipping in the middle of the fucking day or children will show up. Now they're out at night too. What the fuck? I used to take my clothes off after the podcast and swim my laps naked every night.
You can probably still do that. It's after 9. People are in.
People are gonna have to stop coming by. I don't want to be friends. I do, but I don't. I'm so glad you guys are here,
Yeah.
right? But you're in your own house. I am in my own house. I can be a slob. I can be the feral person I am. Now, if I know you well enough and I feel comfortable enough to be a feral slob around you, like some of the master haters here, it's different. Then come on down, stay in the guest room. Love to have you. I'm going to make excuses a few times or feel terrified the whole time because I always feel shitty, but I'm trying to heal.
Speaking of people that want to see you naked,
Oh, hey.
Kevin is here. He says this is where the cool people hang out. That's
Oh,
exactly
baby,
what. That's
thank
exactly
you.
right.
Thank you, baby.
Baby.
Did Kevin tell you what he thought about the album?
He did. I think he liked it because he threw out some song titles and he came up with the Morse code thing.
So, Kevin, if
Yeah.
you happen to know anyone that we could get that in front of,
Yeah,
that would be wonderful.
Tell your friends. That's all I want.
Because you know, we have these like grand aspirations of being Jelly and Bunny Roll, and
I get bunny roll.
I would be more like a Bunny Roll because that's what I would be. You would be Jelly, and I would be Belly Roll, Bunny Roll. But I have good hair.
Well, yeah, I have good hair. Look at that. Look at that. It's like
With a
almost.
good
It looks
haircut.
almost real.
Bunny's hair is gorgeous. Jelly Roll's hair, it's not the best.
Not so great.
I liked the curls on the mullet though. I thought that was good, and then I liked it really short. But I just don't feel like he's found something that really flatters his face yet.
Well, I think he'll go on Ozempic. He'll be skinny, and he'll end up looking like the mop guy from Toxic Avenger.
That's really mean. Why did you say that?
It was the skinniest guy I could think of.
Oh, you mean
And he had bad hair.
before he became the Toxic Avenger?
Yeah.
I think that
The before guy.
I think that he's talked about regretting his tattoos, and being a young person.
Well,
and
he's got
making
enough. He's got enough
mistakes.
money to laser that crap off, or even
Well,
get a
he
face
does.
transplant
If
he
he
wanted.
chooses to. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants to do. But I think what I like about Jelly Roll, it's kind of like with my dreadlocks. It's that like it's kind of a warning to people. Like if you're going to be a judgmental asshole, this is not the person you want to be around. And I think that Jelly sends that message as well.
I want to be a judgmental asshole, and I have to be around you.
I want to tell you.
I'm judging all of you right now in my head. That is not
It's so
true.
weird because I'm abrasive and opinionated and annoying, but everybody hates me. And I love everybody. Doug, he doesn't like any of you people.
Oh, I do. I like people.
You like
Kevin
some
likes
people.
the album so far.
Well, let us know what you
Hopefully,
think.
it'll crawl into your brain
Do you have any
and lay
specific
eggs.
notes, like
and you'll like
something
it.
like how one song needed more brass?
No, we're not going there.
just
We're not focusing on negative.
I'm not.
We're
but I
focusing
wanna
on
know
the
if he has
positive.
any
Kevin
notes.
likes it.
The
Tracy likes it.
positive is
Ian
that
likes
the-
it.
The positive,
Lila
the
likes
positive
it.
is that the people that matter like it,
Yes.
and the positive is that you did
Indeed.
it, and the
The
positive
positive
is
is-
I'm very proud of you. And
You know how
I'm
scary it is to
positive-
put out like an hour, like write a bunch of songs. You don't know if they suck, right?
I'm
You don't
telling
know
you,
if
they
they're
don't
good,
suck.
right?
You didn't even let
So-
me hear half of them before the album was
Nah,
out.
it was good. It was keeping it under wraps.
Seriously,
Although you did hear one of the songs off the next album today, because my headphones were very loud.
I think he's gonna go deaf. He's not gonna be able to finish it out because he will be deaf.
Hey.
Like our friend Brent.
Beethoven did
Okay.
it. I'll do it. Beethoven.
I'm
What did I
not-
say?
so-
Beethoven.
I'm
Beethoven.
I'm so
Beethoven
glad
did
you're
it.
liking it so far. So also,
Yeah. He and Kevin says I could use a little trumpet and sax, and he's laughing.
there's a few
That's very
different
funny.
clips from
I'm
last.
playing sax on the next one because I know how to play sax. I'm going to put sax on the next one.
You
I don't know
should.
where. I don't know how, but
Or
I'm
you
going
should
to
be
go.
more heavy on the brass. Is it because of your conversation with that person?
No, but it was funny. I realized today that I was like, oh, I never put because I can play saxophone, I can play woodwinds, whatever, and I didn't put any on the album. And I'm like, I should have thrown some sax on there, like a sax solo or something. I'll do it on the next one.
Oh, sorry. I'd like to start a game where like we tally like how many times you face palm or eye roll or
Or I say that's my wife.
one of us interrupts the other one.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Like a little scoreboard where we could have like a little scoreboard where people could
Oh yeah, they
Great
could
things.
grade it. Yeah, excellent.
so if you guys want to start counting off the things that we do repeatedly that are ridiculous, we're down with that. We support it as a theory.
Kevin, I watched a thing on YouTube this morning that it was a documentary on Boston music, mainly kind of the punk scene of like the late 70s. It was called the Boys from Nowhere, and it featured a lot of the Boston bands, Oedipus, like a lot of those guys. It was pretty cool. There were some great bands back in the day of the Rathskeller, and one of my favorite bands, the Neighborhoods, were featured in it. Definitely worth checking out. It's called Boys from Nowhere. It's on YouTube. It's a documentary.
I said, come to find out. We posted a video about how I say fucked up things and I'm crazy. And then
Yeah.
we realized in the middle of the podcast that I say bestiality and they don't like that shit on
Not that we're endorsing it.
no, it's just
We were
a
just
story.
talking about
it was
it.
just a story
Yeah.
about bestiality. We don't
There's
endorse.
a lot of things we talk about that we don't.
Yeah,
think
no,
of.
we don't endorse anything unless you pay us. Then we'll think about it. We'll think about selling out. We would like to sell. We'll let you know when we sell out, though. It'll be very clear. We have sold out. We've sold out, but we feel like it's a good reason, and we will be very transparent with you. Come to find out, I can't post a story on TikTok. It's too naughty. So there you go. Some things you can't say on TikTok, which is why you gotta watch the podcast. And if you miss an episode, just watch it later. A lot of people do. A lot of people. Those people don't comment as much though. If you're watching later, you should comment. We will respond. We promise. Now that no one has a muff, what
You
can
already
we
talked
call
about
it?
that.
All right. So then of course it was a clip from Tea with the Queen or
A beer with Prince Harry.
Prince Harry. Doug said he didn't like beer, and of course
I don't like beer or tea, and I like iced tea.
I said something super offensive, didn't I?
Probably.
Yeah.
Mm.
So anyway, that clip's there, and then of course the story about the dolphins, and just a little information about our podcast. We had an FMK today.
Yeah.
The FMK today was the girls from And Just Like That, which is
an extension of Sex and the City.
it's the extension of Sex and the City, and of course, as you all know, Samantha is not a part of this plot, and
Who's the best one, by the way? Thank you.
I agree with you completely.
Like head and shoulders above the rest.
Yeah.
Not just for fucking marrying or killing, but just in general. She's like the best
In life.
character.
It's funny
Period.
because when we play MFK, like I'm like, no, you have to play by the rules. You can't change it up. You have to do one M, F1, one F
Right.
and K, and you have to explain your reasoning. But like sometimes I'm like, oh my God. Like that's just
It's too much.
like we should do a thing where like you can change MFK, you can change like one thing about it, or like for like
Oh,
a
okay.
donation to charity.
Yeah.
So like
okay,
you
all
pay
right.
$1 and you can change it to like
Okay.
because you don't want to ever, whatever. And then every time it was a kid, somebody or something like really creepy, like their sister, they
Yeah.
would have to like
What if
pay money
you-
because they wouldn't want.
What if you just
anybody to
had
think
you
that.
got the opportunity to change one of the letters into something to mean something else, like freeze, Mary, kill, or
Why would you want to freeze someone?
because
What are you, a
you
cannibal?
might just because you don't want to kill them, you just freeze them and bring them back at a later date.
Like Walt Disney?
yeah, like Walt Disney.
Do you really think they're going to bring him back?
No, because
He
the
would be
secret got
very
out.
disappointed with the direction that Disney.
You know why?
has
Because you couldn't
taken.
come out smoking. Because there's no smoking in Disney. He's like, hey, look, this place is named after me. I'm smoking in this place, and they're like, sir, we're too woke now. It's not
What do you think Walt Disney-
1967.
What do you think Walt Disney would have to
66.
say about what Disney has become?
I think he would probably have some issues with some of the lack of creativity, in as much as
There's a
it's
lot
not-
of similarities
It's not super
rolling out.
wholesome. It's not super wholesome. Whereas I think he think I've watched like some documentaries about like the beginning of Disney World.
He
Like
died in '66.
there was like the railroad. He died a year after I was born, like almost a year and a month. So the I don't know why you're giving me this, but anyway, like entertainment then was so much different than now. Like the railroad was huge for him because he was a huge railroad guy, but like the frontierland was a big thing back then, like cowboys and Indians, and then but now it's about superheroes and
money.
and money and
Stockholders.
stuff like that. I think he would enjoy Epcot a great deal.
Hey,
What?
I think he would enjoy Epcot a great deal, and I think I would love to continue to talk about this, but I have to pee really
You
badly,
gotta pee. So
and I'm in too much pain
okay.
to walk.
Kevin just had a comment. There's a documentary on BCN that you might want to watch. I'm not in it, but it's great. I have
Please let us
seen bits of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. Will go back and look at it because I am quite interested in that.
Oh, you do our gratitude, and
Gratitude.
and there's a couple people that mentioned their gratitude.
Yep.
So, we want to thank everybody who's here tonight watching. 58 of you. Thank you so much. I know some people have come and went, but it's just nice to have you. We're live interactive podcast. We do this Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Stacy. This is Doug, and we love to support other creators and other businesses. if we can help you out in any way, or if you'd like to come on the podcast and you're local, you don't have to be local if you're a business, but or a nonprofit, but if you're like a person, we'd rather have you in person so we can like hang out. And then but we're open to all kinds of things. You can email us at maritalhate@gmail.com. We are so grateful for you coming. And we would love it if you could like, share, follow, do all that stuff, because we're like little bitty baby creators that don't know what the fuck we're doing. So every little bit helps. And also, I don't know, I just need to just tell you how awesome you are, Courtney, Billy, Todd, Lila, Tracy, Kevin,
Kristen was
and
here. Todd Albee was
Kristen,
here.
Todd, Billy. Jesus, who wasn't here tonight? Like, we absolutely
Other
love you
folks.
guys. And of course, all the people over
And
on
of course, did
Twitter,
you get in?
X, and I don't know if I got her yet. Courtney, we said, I think that Lila, we got Lila already, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we always
we did.
do. We always
Yeah, I think we
duplicate
got
them.
everybody. Kevin, yeah.
It's very rare for us to forget someone, but we really truly appreciate you guys. It's so weird because like when we're not doing the podcast, we talk about you guys like you're like our friends, and because you are,
Because you're here
And,
with
we're
us
so lucky to
5
have
nights a
you.
week.
We're so lucky to have
So,
you.
and
So I'm thankful that Doug made me a chia pudding, and that perhaps he will take pity on me and make me a little bit respectful when we go inside because I'm high as fuck. And I'm thankful for marijuana, and I'm thankful for our pool, and I'm thankful for the video AI program that we're using. It's giving me like fits right now, but it's really saving me some time. For Canva, it's saving me some time. The one thing we still struggle with, and I'm going to find a way over it, is we need to interact on social media. And you have to do so many a day, and just sometimes you just can't hit them right. And so you want to interact with people so you can support other creators, and of course it helps your engagement, but it's a lot. We have to do posts on 5 different social media networks every day, and we're talking like we have to do our posts and then we do like 15 interactions, so it's a lot. But it's a lot of fun, and we're trying really hard, and we're trying to make the best experience for you guys. Just let us know if there's anything you want us to try or try differently. And we're going to do Jackbox on Friday at viewer request, just to go to show that we do listen.
we do listen.
What's
I am
up?
grateful for the beautiful weather we had here today. I am grateful that you got through the day, even though you were in a lot of pain. I was thankful for the yummy quesadilla lunch that we had. It was terrific. I was thankful for an easy dinner, and thankful for all the folks on this podcast, and thankful for my bed tonight.
I'm thankful for this man right here and his delightful penis. Thank you. It's a little too big for me, but I will take it.
As long as it's delightful for your pleasure. Also delightful.
Yay.
So,
Love you guys.
so thanks for coming.
Peace.
We'll see you tomorrow.
And humptiness
and
forever.
Peace and humptiness forever. And
Yeah.
now enjoy this outro with
Bye.
musical guest
Can we
Douglas Gear.
talk about how terrible I look on camera?